Who wants to do some secret rooms? I know I do. So, uh, we got a week left. This is something that I often do. My first piece of advice for secret rooms is basically push the hard Doom Tower as far as you possibly can before you attempt doing any of the secret rooms, because when it comes to farming the Doom Tower, you want to be able to farm on the absolute best level you can get to for whatever it is you're after. So if you're after Frostbite equipment, you really want to be hitting this bad boy right here, way up at the top. If you want to be getting Affinity Breaker, you probably want to be doing Nether Spider 9, and so on. But let's say you can't get that far. Let's say maybe you only reach here. Then this is where you want to farm Affinity Breaker from for as much of the month as possible. So that is what I've been doing. That said, I have not clicked on any of these secret rooms yet. I haven't even so much as looked at them. I don't remember what they are, but I have completed all of them before. This is rotation one. I think I've actually done every rotation. So in my notes, I have a list in order of the four things that I think are the most important. And basically, the first thing is your best nuker. You want to bring your best possible nuker. Maybe you just bring 5 nukers. If you can just nuke your way through the room, you can actually get a really good clear time. And that's, it doesn't get you anything more, but it can be fun. Then crowd control. That can keep your team alive because you're preventing the enemy from doing anything. Support is important for the healing, the reviving, and so on. Keeping your guy, the next best thing to keeping your guys alive is at least bringing them back to the point where they're alive again. With Nuker, with Seer, we actually want as many buffs as possible because the more buffs she gets, the harder she hits because of her passive. Or not because of her passive, but because of the way her A3 is designed. The same is true for Taras if you happen to have him. You could probably use him to the same effect as Seer. If you have Taras, you're probably using him in the arena. But, if you have Seer, you're probably using her in the arena. She's that good. Anyway, number 4, Debuffer. Debuffers help you do more damage too. So, that said, we need epic champions only. Okay, so I want Seer. I want the best nukers I can bring. So let's see. We got 2 nukers here. I could even bring an ally attack comp, um, but we might be better suited bringing, say, some buffs. She brings some buffs. Who else is going to be good here? Um, I don't really have a lot of champions built that are dedicated buffers. This guy, kind of. This guy, kind of. We'll bring these two. These two will be our buffers. We'll put her in the lead because she has the best aura. She's giving us 24 extra speed just in case we need it. And between these 3 nukers, I think we should have no problem nuking everybody down in room 1. My Skull Crown is actually doing double duty because she also has a stun set on and she also has the fearsome presence. And what that means is she's got all that extra damage, but with the fearsome presence mastery, which is tier 6, oh, they're on full auto. I don't know if I wanted that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Hard to say. But I'm going to go manual just to make sure they do things in the best possible order. What was I trying to say? The Seer, I mean, at this point, it seems like kind of a waste. I'm sorry, I got a notification on my phone, but it was actually just my phone telling me that the battery is no longer drained. Um, I'm going to go with her A1 against, who do I want to knock back? Maybe Thanasil. We don't want him buffing the enemy party. And maybe I'll hit one of the Tyrells. And let's put a decrease attack on them to make sure they don't hit us as hard as they could. We might even be able to get through this. without much fuss. So she can maybe finish them off. Okay, no, this is, well, we'll start with Thenasil. Just get rid of him, because he does some healing and some buffs. So at least we are rid of him. Maybe the next most important one is her, because she can hit the whole party, and she can hit the whole party quite hard. There, we got some stuns. That was nice and lucky. And let's... we could probably even get away with using the A1. Maybe I should have gone for the A2. It would have killed them all faster. But anyway, if you have trouble getting too many nukers, do not be afraid to just bring a bunch of champions with AoEs, especially if it's on an A1. Especially if they have area of effect on their primary attack that doesn't have any cooldowns, so you can just spam it and use it every turn. There are many champions like this. You've got Banshee, who's an undead rare. You've got Soulbond Boyer, who is a maybe I am right to do this first because I want more buffs, right? So we'll put more buffs out. You got Fellhound, you got Bellower. There are lots of rares that do it, and these can often be the best champions to put in stun sets because you're probably not using them as your main damage dealers in the end game. You're probably also using them in Faction Wars, just because in Faction Wars these rares can actually help you complete a daily quest anyway, so that you don't have to worry about it. Anyway, this room was super easy for me. If you're still having trouble after the basic principles that I've given you, let me know in the comments. I'll try to give you some more suggestions if these comments aren't enough. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.